Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In the previous episode we landed on Janus, the ugly planet, where we find out there's an ongoing rebellion and the governor wasn't able to handle it. So we have to fix the problem because that way we can send the food to Footfall and fulfill our obligation to the Liege of Footfall. We also encountered a strange person. The governor says it's a mutant, but we know it's an Eldar who helped us, and we're now searching for her. Also, I would like to thank your support on the channel. It means a lot to me. And one more thing to add before we start, that I accidentally recorded this. I thought I was recording it, but I didn't press the record button. So what you will see in this episode I already played once. I tried to move on the same path as before, and I don't want to skip anything. But I feel that you ought to know. So let's get out of the estate. So no mysteries in the following 2 hours, at least not for me. And probably not for you, because I'm sure a lot of them already played that game. One of my friend bought it and he already finished one playthrough, so...
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, now there's some goods. Let's use some tech.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
And let's talk to Vinzelex. Wrapped in a red cloak, the Magos body barely looks human. Wires, tubes, and metal manipulators turn him into a whimsical machine, while implants hide his face behind a sinister mask. The tech priest intermittently dictates something in the techno lingua to the servos floating next to him, but your approach, he falls silent and offers a reserved bow. Greetings, your lordship, Lex Mechanic Vinzelex. How may I serve you? Pascal and Lex Mechanic exchange trillions of binary greetings. A series of sounds issued by the Vinzelex sounds much longer and more deferential than those of Pascal. I like how Tex priests always so happy about each other when they met. What do you do here on Janus? The Tex priest's mechanical voice comes from the speaker on his neck. By the order of the Adeptus Mechanicus, I have been entrusted with the management of the Adeptus Administratum in order to catalog ergonomic data and analyze information about the planet during the process of subjugating it to the will of the Imperium. Be blessed, Tech brother. Your diligence and the diligence of those like you turns anarchy into order and bestows classification to knowledge. One of Pascal's mech-attendees likely touches the Lex Mechanic's body. The tech priest bows respectfully in return, clearly a little startled. Tell me about Janus. Initializing report. The planet's soil possesses a unique composition suitable for the re-engineering of the planet and mass production of foodstuff. Significant cultivation of the eastern hemisphere with the aim of improving production processes and logistic operations. Traces of xeno activity that do not pose an immediate threat to ongoing operation. Undesirable pathologies of flora and fauna have been noted, which may pose a threat in the short term. What pathologies in the flora and fauna? Genetic and chemical pathologies, your lordship. Harmless species mutate and become aggressive, while plants change their chemical composition and become poisonous. This is happening more and more often, and if you do not take action, the ecosystem of the world will be irreparably disrupted. The changes may be artificial. Has the possibility been considered that someone is manipulating the ecosystem to reduce our living space? Note at all, venerable Magos. Our tech comrades of the Magos biologists are humble workers, not warriors. They could not have come up with a thought of such militant nature. The mind must be open to all forms of knowledge. I order you to commence a check. In the event that your account of the indolence of their minds is confirmed, I will petition for the appropriate penance. How is the governor dealing with undesirable pathologies? I have analyzed the genome of the affected species and I'm currently developing suppressor genes to make the planet's organisms resist to pathology, but so far I have not been able to solve the problem. Further exploration of the planet would perhaps speed up these processes, but the administrative apparatus has imposed a ban on expeditions that are not directly aimed at improving production. Basis of xeno activity. According to data obtained during the initial survey, ruined structures of non-human origins were noted in the different sectors of the planet, but I did not have the administrative capacity to study them in more detail. For now, I must defer the quest for knowledge. The last mechanic speaks the last words with distinct envy, his eyes fixed on Magus Palnoman. Let's talk about something else. How many servants of the Adeptus Magnicus are there on the planet? According to the data stored in my cogitator, all infrastructure nodes for food harvesting and processing have their own cognitant of technomads. The total number to 253. Correction, based on the latest data, the figure is 211 units. How are things, you and your fellows? The current situation on the planet is assessed as stable. The progress of the prospect is assessed encouraging.
Always keep your eye on the price.
I believe... No, I thought there was some... Oh, there's the other goods. Okay. A little mechanical stuff, and I think nothing was...
Is there money to be made?
On this side, but let's check. Maybe... I didn't check here
Keep
the last
your wits
time.
about you.
Old servant. Oh, we haven't speak with him. Hearing your footsteps, the elderly servant grabs an injector and stabs it into his arm. The area around the needle immediately starts turning black. You're too late, Viad's dogs. I'm the master of my own fate. But when he gets a better look at you, the man drops the injector in astonishment and seems poised to prostrate himself on the floor before you. It's you, your lordship, the God Emperor must have brought you here. I beg you help the rebels and save Janus. Doubles up, hugging himself and is wrecked by coughing that leaves his lips wet with blood. Forgive me, your lordship, if I only would know it was you. My eyes deceive me, we have little time now, but I swear I tell you everything. Looking closely at the old man, the text priest utters, nerve toxin. The inevitable cessation of vital function is explained in no more than 60 seconds. Silent clicks emitted by the visor indicate an ongoing pick recording. Drone them, you old man, where did you get this stuff? Poison capsules of this sort are popular choice among desperate ashmags who are done with being tortured by mad fanatics or worse. Here on Janus Row, there is no antidote. Say whatever it is you want to say and be quick about it. In the name of the Golden Throne, your lordship, show mercy on the humble workers. The salt of Janus, save them. Vishten Zaviad, the untouchable governor and leader of the nobility, is creating something monstrous behind closed doors. She uses the Imperium interest as smokescreen and power puts to be a scholar, but her actions are poisoning our planet. Did you know that the settlements that fail to pay their due tithes on time have been allowed to pay with people instead? They even deliver them to order, sometimes old folks, sometimes children. He lowers his voice to a whisper and leans towards you. I've seen those people. I've seen them being delivered to the estate and then they're never seen or heard from again. They go into secret rooms and they don't come out again, your lordship, ever. Peasants who were taken to Iraq fight to serve House Usher will never seen or heard from again either. They become loyal servants and toiled for the good of a great dynasty. Why should they ever return to their filthy squalid abdos? The old servant lets out a moan. The dark stain on his arm seems to creep through his veins until his arm and neck are a lattice work of black. The servant's breath quickens and becomes irregular. What secret rooms? Hidden chambers deep within the palace. I never been inside, thankfully. The servants who are allowed in, the ones the governor trusts. They change. She changed them. Pretties them up. Defiles them. You're accused the rogues trader appointed governor of heresy. If your words are false, they themselves are tantamount to heresy. But if what you say is true, if it's true, then your sacrifice will be to your credit, my good man. Argent utters these last words with impassionate conviction. I swear I'm not lying. Pray for me, holy sister, for me and for Janus. The servant shakes and coughs for it. I'm not sure I'll last long enough to answer all your questions. What else is going on in the settlements? I'll tell you exactly what I was told by the people who contacted me. These tithes, some settlements have already switched to paying with people. They say that amenable settlements get special treatment from the governor's dogs. They arrange for medicine to be supplied to the settlement, then security, and then they completely isolate them. All contact between those inside the settlement and the outside world is cut off. One lad managed to get out. He's the one who told me all this, that the people are rotting alive in there. Strange growths, yellow eyes, stinking like dead bodies. The worst looking ones are rounded up and taken away. The fellow who escaped, he seemed fine, but within a couple of days the rebels picking him up. He started seeing monsters instead of people. They had to lock him up away from other folks, the poor sod. And then his wrists. The old man starts convulse, indicating that he is close to death. Raises his already unseeing eyes to you. Your lordship, if you permit a dying man to make one last request, don't tell anyone that I was the one who unlocked the doors. If you do, they go after my family, my home. I will keep your secret. Please save us, save Janus. The servant rushes violently and collapses on his side, racked with convulsions. Okay, we haven't found him before, but it lies up what other thing we discovered in the previous one. But let's discover them nonetheless, and
get left in the dust.
And that will certainly put an interesting spin on things. However, what I learned from the previous run, I had suspected that the governor was maybe up to something.
I always keep my options open.
And here is Hilal.
Iliad Nevis greets you, Elantark.
The bizarre creature before you only vaguely resembles a typical human. An elongated body, slender limbs, pointed features. Every aspect of its appearance is unnatural and alien. The creature turns its head to you.
Would you look at this? Xenos! Oh, she devoured them, mingling with humans. Don't your lot think themselves above that? Anyway, it doesn't change the fact that it's a Xenos that's been cozying up to Viet, not a mutant.
There is fear in your words. You know what I am, and so I may no longer follow the shadowed path and must be direct. My soul is nothing kin to yours. Your kind call us Xenos, as if we are all as one. I came here to protect the Lilithon by assisting the governor against her enemies. Will you hear me, or be blinded to sense by your precepts?
I will speak with you, Iret Lonoreth, but keep your hands where I can see them.
I have banished the shadow of doubt from your thoughts regarding my nature. Now you will answer my question. Why have you sought me out?
So you're the governor's mysterious helper.
I am Elantark. My hand parried the death promised to the ruler of these people, and I aided you in battle against the Lost Ones.
Why are you helping the governor?
This world is in distress. I wish to protect it from unnecessary suffering.
What do you know about the rank and file rebels?
Only that they threaten the established order. There is much risk to this world should the ruler die.
Illet's face is unreadable, but you detect a strange tension in her words as though she is choosing her words carefully. Do you know who is behind the uprising on the planet?
There is a malevolence here that drives your kin down the path of violence.
How did you come to be on Genos?
The world you call Janus was once created by the will of my kin. I have far more right to be on the Lilithon than any of you.
Why do you call me Elenta?
Because that is what you are. Elantark means stranger from the darkness amidst the stars. You descended on flame-winged machines in a dark time when the air of the planet is soaked in blood and pain. Will you be the one to bring peace to the Lilithon?
I spoke to the Magos in charge of operation on the planet. He says something's going on with this world. There are spontaneous mutations, animal attacks. Maybe you have something to say about that?
The Lilithon is expressing her wrath. For centuries, this world has resisted the brutality inflicted upon it by soulless machines and unmindful creatures. But what the machine man told you, that is something else. Something more frightening. The planet is fighting an evil that has taken root in its very cradle.
Your answers are not particularly helpful.
But you are not asking for help, Elantark. You are merely asking questions, the answers to which are either unimportant or wreathed in shadow. Explore this place. Speak to those who know. A simple task for you, and an insurmountable challenge for me, since my very appearance provokes fear and suspicion. When you learn anything, tell me. Perhaps then my answers will be helpful to your search.
If you want, you can join me. None of the locals will dare to look askance at you in the Rogue Trader's presence.
So be it. I will go with you. I am ready, Elantark. Let us go forth.
Okay. Irialt is a Xenos, one of the Asuriani. She is a ranger who follows the path of the Outcast, and her skills in range combat are without equal. Irialt does not use human weapons and can wear either Eldar armor or, if she learns the required talent, Dark Eldar armor. Yeah, I know it says Drukhari. I usually call them by the old name. There's a reason for that. If you're interested, you can still ask me in the comments. Iriat's unique ability instantly ends her turn. However, at the start of her next turn, she will make an attack that always hits the target. And I haven't used that much. Okay, we accept it. We quickly level her up as an assassin. Yeah, this is the free attack, and it will not die. But outward this silence remains under the arches of the gazebo. Perhaps a sound barrier generator is mounted in the dome, or the gazebo will awaken. Okay, now the ivy covering the archway gives off a delicate heady fragrance, although you do not see any flowers.
Always keep your eye on the prize. 'Tis 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 'tis
Oh, this is the same place, okay.
Is there money to be made?
I missed this
I always
place
have a backup plan.
as well.
I won't let it
Looks
define
so
me.
paper decorated with the symbols of the Emperor. The huge door is locked. I know that she's giving the creep. She's terrifying to look at. She talks funny and she knows her way around the gun. Come to think of it, I've never seen that kind of weapon before. I wonder where she got it. I think they are speaking of the governor.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Okay, and we haven't missed... Yep, we missed one loot here. There's a loot in the dead bodies, some wheat. And also we have to equip her before we forget. We have a sword we can use, and it might come in handy. In the previous thing it come in handy, and we need that one. Okay.
I always keep my options open.
There's more loot here. There. Oh, grenades. Let's equip grenades because I usually forget to equip grenades and other stuff. So one grenade for her and a medkit. 2 medkits. Pascal also has a lot of grenades, but he rarely uses them. Pascal needs a plasma gun. A good old-fashioned plasma gun. A hulking man dressed in uniform marked him out as an officer of the gubernatorial wardens is closely monitoring his subordinates as they surround the building. Sensing your approach, he whips around his face, going pale, and he offers a low bow. Your lordship, please do not stray too close to the building. One of the terrorists from today's attack has hauled himself up in there. He could be dangerous. What's going on here? Ready to report, your lordship. We conducted a sweep of the area after the attack. All of the assassins were arrested or neutralized except for one. The officer scowls darkly. He threw himself inside. He's already injured 2 wardens who tried to reach him. But there's no need to worry. We'll poison him and clear the last bags of dirt from the estate. I have only one question, officer. Why have you not already done it? The road trader is here, and the longer you delay, the more you put his life needlessly at risk. The officer flinches slightly at Abaldar's snarl. It is inexcusable, your lordship. The barrels of poison were only just delivered, but we're ready to begin now. Who is he? Officer Brofrost. To the others with your lordship, I'm more concerned with clearing the area right now than with his identity. We're not expecting to get any valuable intel from him unless we find something on his corpse after we've done our job. What's so special about this building? It's one of our utility buildings. Fortunately, it was empty at the time of the attack. There were no potential hostage or innocent people inside. If you ask me, I think this was the first place the killer came to when he was beating his retreat. We managed to round up all the others, but this one brought himself up in there. This is not an empty utility building, but an inactive backup crypt for storing refrigerant and freezing equipment. This is obvious. Your ignorance is depressing, servant. Sorry. We're going to poison the rebel. The officer notes, we're using insecticide from our stockpiles, your lordship. We don't have any military-grade poison, but we don't need them, not for this parasite. I want to talk to the prisoner inside. Are you sure? Not exactly safe, lordship. The officer's eyes involuntarily sweep over you, sizing you up. You dare to question me? Out of my way. The officer seems to remember himself and offers another low bow. Forgive me, your lordship. Act as you see fit. The officer signals the other wardens to take a deferential step back, clearing your path to the door. When you approach the solid-looking door, a highly boyish voice shouts out, "Piss off, you won't take me alive. Better to put a bullet in my brain and let the governor's dog get their hands on me." Let's examine the door. The door looks solid and formidable, but you notice dark marks on the hinges, a sure sign that the material is degraded. The lock doesn't look new either. With a suitable tool, it could be easily opened. Let's try the tech use. It takes you half a minute to figure the archaic mechanism. With a soft click, the door opens, allowing you to enter. Okay, we couldn't do that in the previous one, so I'm happy about it. Inside is poorly lit, but you spot a person standing in the far corner. He is desperately gripping a discharge lasgun in his hands. At the sight of you, his eyes wide in recognition and fear. It can be the rogue trader. The young man, practically a boy, falls to his knees and stretches out his bloody hands towards you. His clothes are burned and one side grimly bathed in blood. Your lordship, have mercy. You are the sovereign of this planet. Only you have the power to save us. Youth is a time of recklessness. I heard that said more than once in the Schola Promegium and during my novitiate. But youth is also a time of directness. Let us listen to this young man before we judge him. Save you from what? From Governor Viat. Everybody here knows what she's doing to us. We put up with it for a long time, hoping that somebody would intervene and help us, but nobody ever did. She's turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like rocks from the settlement, supposedly to go to the palace, and they never seen again. Her servants pour something over the fields, and then people lose their minds. They start hearing voices and seeing evil spirits. And while we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls and feasting on our bones. Irad faced with sacrifices, madness, pain, and death. Even in so primitive a society as this, such rites seem senseless, not worthy of such effort. What is it? What is this? A random quirk of nature or something darker? I was taught that peasants have a tendency to exaggerate their suffering due to sloth and weakness of spirit. But this young man, vermilion thorns pierce every centimeter of his body, and grey shackles bind his hands, feet, and neck. There are no lies in his words, only terror and desperation without end. You're telling me people are seeing evil spirits? Yes, others are going feral and attacking their loved ones. And then there's the boy lowers his voice. People say that in sometimes settlements, well, they're supposed upholding the law altogether. Imperial law and the law of basic human decency. People are turning into animals. Who is behind the rebels? He swallows nervously and looks at you with fear. Your lordship, I beg you don't ask me that. I can't sell out my brethren. It's over for me, but the others, I won't betray them. There will be no end to the war on this planet until I get a handle on the situation, but to do that I need to meet with your leader. Swallows nervously and looks at you with fear. Your Lordship, I beg you don't ask me that. I cancel out the others. I won't betray them. But we succeeded in the the previous one, and I would switch the door for this one. Tell me, or I tear this world apart to get rid of garbage like you and your brethren. I don't see them as garbage, but no, I rather die. The rebel, shaking in terror, brings his hands together and begins to pray. Now let's raise our iconoclast. Or iconoclast. The boy's body goes limp and drops to the floor. In the previous one we managed to save him. Oh, maybe we can take off the Voxcaster. Yeah, but she gave that to us willingly in the previous one. And I like that solution better, and we even let him go. But now that I know what's happening at the villages, I think it doesn't matter.
I'll learn from this mistake.
What a shameful failure.
Ke Morak.
Oh, so we can try
Learned.
multiple times, but let's use the key.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
What?
I won't let it define me.
Okay. And it's not worth it. So in the previous one we could let him go and back to his village, but as we learned, that's maybe not the safest thing to do. Okay, now we did everything we could here. We return to the void ship. Alentak, eerie gestures from your attention. As you once sought my help, now I'm seeking yours. The time has come to dispel the final shadows on our path. I have hidden the truth from you. I know a great deal about those who are disturbing the peace of the local ruler, and I also know where they are hiding. Allow me to show you the way, on the condition that you bring me to them. Why did you not say anything? No other path was open to me, but now our paths are aligned, and my decision was motivated not by caprice but by reason, which compels me now to be honest with the person who can fix all of this. Everything you have discovered, everything you have learned from your kind, they are all traces at the same calamity, a calamity that will eclipse all the strife and wars on the face of this world. All the signs were plain to see, but I was here and the monkey failed to recognize the coming storm. Please follow me, Trakan. You must if this world truly matters to you. What calamity are you talking about? You're still holding back information. I will reveal that truth very soon, but not here, not in the palace where it seems evil has made its nest. Have patience, Arentak, and trust me. I believe you. Lead on. Thank you, Alentak. You truly must have been brought here by Providence, or no. It was your will alone that brought you here, which has become a blessing for the Lilitan. Let's go Alentak. I pray to the gods that we are not too late. And now it is time to do some fighting. Well, in fact, a lot of fighting. It was a good decision that we didn't go down there first. Or maybe not, because these rebels could be convinced to lay down their arms. Ah yes, this is just the upgrade. We cannot choose anything because we're getting our heroic act. Tactician. Ah, orchestrated firestorm. Okay. And basically we already read all of those information when we created our character. Your dismissed knowledge is atypical for a layperson. It would warrant aberration were it not for the fact that Generator Genocian was excommunicated approximately 3 centuries ago. I don't know what are you talking about, Pascal.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Are you ready to die?
Are you ready to die? Stop. Lower your weapons. Ah, that was Iriel who said that. He runs for backup. And I know why she wanted to stop them. But I let things unfold. Yep, we have a rebel sharpshooter there, so let's aim for an opening.
It serves your cause.
And just shoot him.
Weakness is hidden from my sight.
And mark him for a target for the next turn. Cain Morak. So that's how it's pronounced. At least that's one interpretation. Damn! We can see him and we can just kill him. So let's an exploit on him.
On it.
And shoot someone in the back.
It's as good as done.
Well, we missed. But we killed another one.
Reduce to dust.
Nice one, Seneschal. Very, very nice. Let's move you. Oh, we don't have any cover now. Let's move Pascal into cover. Let's select these.
Request denied.
Oh, cannot select that one. Then select these two for targets or prey.
The old Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
Use this ability
Quest approved.
and use the plasma gun there.
Messiah condemns you.
Wow, a lot of temporary wounds. Cannot see those. You can see him.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Okay, we missed. How about upgrading our weapons and downgrading the weapons? And we still have a just 17% chance to hit. 15%, 50.
The old Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
Indeed.
I'll do it.
Let's use the run and gun.
Faith without peace. Worthless.
Okay.
If I may,
Make Argenta move again. And let's use this is actually not that. No, this one.
I'll do it.
Nice. And this heroic act allows her to shoot one more time in the rest of the combat. And
his will made manifest.
let's use that. And now it is Cassia's turn. She might be able to destroy that rebel.
try to die with grace at least.
At your
Time
beck
for
and
a
call.
charge.
I will do like you do.
Ranger. And basically that's all. Oh, we should have used the other
I'll
one.
deal death with my hands.
Nice. Oh, there are two more. Put.
I am not your Zeus pet monkey. This tedium is beneath you.
I know why are they pronouncing that the monkey, because it's monkey. Okay, now I get that. But it's not that funny, unfortunately.
If it serves your cause, I hear you moving. No more.
How can he see us from there?
Let's make some opportunities.
Indeed.
I'll see to it personally.
Okay. That's not a great chance to hit. There's some exploits.
I'll make it happen. Who if not me?
Okay. Yes, that's all. Let's collect the equipment, and I believe we have some goods here. The pod is speckled with black trucks and scratches. Judging by the evidence of landings and takeoffs, flying machines land here on a regular basis. It could not be one of the local types of shuttles. Okay, I think we cleared the camp.
I always have a backup plan.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Let's grab that last gun.
A soldier would have been disciplined for such a performance. Lesson learned. Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Mutilated body is covered in deep lacerations. Okay.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Finally, speaking of the Lord Captain's new companion, you have been good for. Would you happen to have a special fight on Haydari? Oh, why?
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just
I
find
always get the job
This
done.
stance was once a harmless shrub, has now completely changed its outer tissue. Its outer tissue has crackled from the juices swelling up in its pulp and now oozing down the leaves in murky rivulets. The mutation looks like the result of some powerful sorcery. Yeah, and that's also not promising. So it's definitely chaos at work.
Rise
Yeah.
to the
This
top,
ocular implant
or
was
get
a
left in the
worthwhile
dust.
The Emperor sets my path. This task should have been accomplished easily.
Yeah, it should have been.
I better myself through my
Is
service.
there money to be made?
And I believe there's another trap here.
We should deal with this.
No.
Sins hidden in the heart
Argent, I should
turn
deal with
all
this.
to decay. The Emperor favors me today.
Indeed. Let's grab the goods. And yes, now we have been ambushed.
I am prey for no creature.
These creatures were once so timid, so reticent. Could the seed of evil truly have taken root in them as well? Okay, it's not a good thing. Oh, alright. We can move ourselves. And let's do that. I placed Pascal there before. Ballard goes forward. Ah, so we cannot cross this creature. Okay. That's a problem we have to solve. Okay, let's start the battle. Okay, now the better tactics here
I understand your intent.
is to
It
have
serves your cause.
kill quickly the weaker ones.
This tedium is beneath you.
Okay,
I'll make it happen.
other one on that.
I'll see to it.
Okay. Now we have to deal.
Brace yourself, Avalar.
Okay, let's.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
That's good. And can we make him?
I'm not
Act.
accustomed
Yes.
to being ordered around.
It will be done. Target! I took care of this one.
Wow. That's worth it now.
Isn't this
Let's
a job
protect
for the
him better.
serfs?
Okay, and no one is in the firing arc. No. He's in. So, what we will do, we shoot once.
You, my emperor!
Oh, there was penetration.
Doubt is for the weak.
And we move here with run and gun. And now we can shoot like this. None of our own people is in the line of fire.
As the emperor commands, I act.
Okay.
Cogitation failed. Running binaric override.
Let's put a ray on it.
Request
Use
approved.
this. And shut him.
Ventrue properties favorable. Running
And let's
binaric override.
use the joint analysis. No.
High momentum.
To the next turn, the one god attacks each enemy. No. We use his usual stuff. I want this thunder blow. Or whatnot.
An exemplary strike. No matter the cost. Victory is well struck.
Nice.
Indeed.
Let's do that again. And she cannot shoot because this thing is too close to her. So we're using this
I am
faster
not your
than we
Xenos
anticipated.
pet monkey. If it serves your cause,
Nice.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Change back to the rifle, and why can't we? Using my sight ends your continuous attack. Okay, for some reason we cannot do that.
If it serves your cause,
I just put an exploit there, and that's it. Yeah, now we are in a tight spot because we cannot use our. Maybe we can use our shotgun.
It's as good as done. Another enemy down.
Wow. Okay. I should use that shotgun more often.
I
the
am a
seneschal act
navigator,
again.
not a servitor.
At your beck and call.
And we can use this.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Okay, and
If I may,
okay, it's good that Iliad can dodge a lot.
I'll do it.
Finish him.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment. In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. As the
Let's
Emperor
move forward a
commands,
little
I
bit.
act.
And start pumping water
Fate without
shells
these is why I was chosen.
on that creature. I think it will be enough.
Doubt is for the weak, eradicated.
Okay, what's that effect? Overexerted. Okay, it's gone. This box tower was assembled from parts nearly not intended for such a use. Among the support beams and pilastry sheets, you see arches from containers and fasteners from ugly cisterns. We're taking the goods. And I checking if we are still recording. Yes, it seems everything in order because I know there will be a long fight after this. We took everything. So that's
I
good.
always keep my options open.
And now we will be dropping down. Somewhere around here. I haven't noticed this before. Okay, now this is the big one.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
And maybe we should use a different tactics than the last time. It worked out, but barely. No, let's do what we did the last time.
for mercy, but I will grant none.
Crush them!
Abelard goes. Abelard goes down there, just as the sister. And Pascal is going here. While the princess is moving there. And we know we have a sharpshooter rebel there, so but we can do a shot like this. Let's choose a target.
I understand your intent. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Wow, I didn't expect that she would execute her.
If I must.
Okay, and we can use that. Or maybe we should use Pascal to kill that rebel quickly. No, let's kill the guy with the melter gun.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
So we put prey on him.
I'll make it happen.
Good. Come back to her. Oh, she can hurt that guy. So let's do that. Now the prey is already on him, so we can use this.
Who, if not
On
me?
an exploit and use a surefire plan. The start of the combat, make the next action stronger, more damage.
I'll make it happen.
Okay, this is just for damage. Oh, but we need that.
I'll see to it personally.
Okay. Abelard
Tried
can
and
move
tested
there,
tactics are the best ones.
then charge into him.
I will do my duty.
And let's put him in a defensive stance, because if this rebel wants to shoot, he had to move away, which gives Abelard an opportunity to strike. And these guys will go to him to strike him down, so he can also have attacks of opportunity. Yeah, there are guys coming up.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, let's
I'll
use
do
run
it.
and gun. we're just moving
I will
there.
bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
And we might... Oh, that's not good. Don't even have a chance to kill someone fully.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Each strike is a prayer.
Unless we make a critical hit. And now their sister is shifting there because we want her to climb up and take care of that guy. Pascal. Can you? Yes, you can do that. Oh, you... Oh, I see. It is more devastating if the target is a prey, but we can do that as anyway.
Comprehensible.
Okay, we can put an exploit on this rebel. And cannot do that. At least not yet. So let's use the joint analysis. Okay, that hurt. Okay. Now I think Pascal will stand in their way with his axe.
Reduced to dust!
You haven't shot. Processing makes an attack with the current weapon as an enemy attack cannot miss and deals 50% more damage. It also does additional damage to target's missing wounds. Good enough for me.
Fall, creatures!
Okay, now let's put our attention back to that sniper.
Cannot force me along
No.
tug.
No line of sight. Alright. Then we have another guy. That guy, namely, we would like to take out quickly and efficiently.
This tedium has been... If it serves your cause. I understand your intent.
Let's make
Isn't this a job for
Rock
the
on.
serfs?
shoot one more time. Maybe the a simple shot is sufficient. Okay.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
Great. And we can put
It's as good as done.
one exploit on that guy. Okay, now Cassia. help out
am a
Argenta.
navigator, not a servitor. Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Too far away, then let's try a single shot.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Okay, so we see this guy.
I'll make it happen.
Make him pray. And oh wow. And let's make sure, or try to make sure we hit the guy. We hit it. Okay.
Victory is imminent. Mark you a target.
And we can charge him.
At your beck and call.
Wow.
Reduce to dust.
Great.
Rejoice in battle!
Oh, we use that in a minute.
I'll do it.
Now we are in
I
need
am
of this.
his will made manifest.
I don't know why. But we can hit him.
You, my emperor!
Will perish for this affront.
No, Pascal needs to start concentrate on that servitor.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Yeah, it is dictates like this.
Request approved.
We cannot see him. All right. Then it makes things easier for us.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Yield will be the next one to attack, so let's try free her, but we cannot.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Oh, no, we couldn't use that. Well, joint analysis is done.
I've faced worse than this.
Okay, that's a problem.
I've suffered worse.
Nice. Need to use the sword.
If it serves your cause. This tedium is beneath me. If I must.
Me.
Let's use
If you
Pascal,
insist, Lord Captain.
and he can quickly shoot there.
My vow is to serve. Running binaric override.
If only that were possible. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay. So we need to take care of that guy. From there, I don't know why is that.
Don't let your guard down.
I'm moving back then, and I let let's. Oh, we cannot put an exploit. And let's just simply try to shoot him down.
On it.
Follow my lead.
Then Abelard will take care of it.
Indeed.
What? Are you okay, I misclicked it.
At your beck and
At least the result is the same.
Doubt is for the weak.
We should have moved, but we can run and gun.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
And now we have to use single shots.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Eradicated.
At least up there. Because down there, maybe you can snipe out? No. And the single shot has more
As
chance
the
to hit.
Emperor commands, I act. None you can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay. Then let's revel in slaughter. So it removes the winning effect until the end of the combat. And we have these bonuses. Okay. Now.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
And let's put the prey on him.
This is favorable.
Or on it. Until the end of the combat. Okay.
Let the cycle be discontinued.
Stop my kin, it's me. Well, they don't really care. Let's move there.
If it
An
serves
opening.
your cause. I understand your intent.
Damn! Okay, we have one more chance.
If it serves your cause.
Good. Abelard don't have to climb up.
My ears are ringing.
You will pay an even greater price.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Then we have to...
I won't compromise my principles.
we can't... okay, we can't do anything useful. Unless... we can see him. How about... a shotgun shot at him?
Who if not me?
Okay, we tried.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
We have to
I'll
reload,
make it happen.
unfortunately. And they move away. Oh, we can charge, but we have to switch the Thunder Hammer.
Victory is imminent.
A pitiful attempt.
It will be done.
Let's do a reckless strike. 5%.
Just a minor setback.
Okay, he can dodge. Okay, let's
I'll do it.
use that there.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
Dodge this.
Is why I was chosen.
Heal my wounds.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Guided by faith. I'll do it.
Advancing.
Let's see, it still has armor on it.
My vow is to serve. Request approved. The undesired
Okay, now it's the teleportation, hopefully. And not bugging out. And he can teleport even when he's prone. Yeah. There's an opening. So let's
Swift and silent.
Ancestors, guide me!
use that.
If I must.
Pain guides my hand.
Wow, that was quite... It's quite a lot of shots.
If I may,
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. I venerate you, machine spirits.
Okay, we are doing a good job.
Running binary combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
Let's reload. And let's see attack. Or we can for curse.
isn't this a job for the serfs?
And now it is war cursed, hopefully. And it's a permanent effect. Oh, I again press the space. Well, it doesn't matter really.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. At your beck and call.
He can dodge, lying on the ground. Yes, we cannot charge him. So let's put that sworn enemy
It will be done.
and defensive stance.
Faith without deeds.
Nice.
As the Emperor commands, each strike is a prayer.
Okay, now again it's Pascal time. And what is this does? Recoil is reduced. And penalty for dodge. Okay. That's good to know.
My vow is to serve. The Omniscient
Wow.
comprehends all.
We're doing something good because the damage is rising up.
Successful. I go into the darkness.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
And you cannot move, unfortunately, so they're basically useless.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Now that he is war-cursed,
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
High momentum.
I'll
Okay,
see to it,
that's
but you never stood a chance.
Irat usual dispassionate face is contoured in grimace of pain and rage. Your elucidator activates when she begins speaking in her own language. An incredibly rare translation device that allows the user to understand and speak most dialects of Low Gothic and some Xenos languages. I swear on Kane's riven heart, Moarana, you will pay for the treachery. May Morai hex sunder your fate and cast it away. May the blood of Eldenesh flood your throat. I don't know who you are talking about, but I promise I gladly help you pour the cup of suffering down their throat. Ireland closes her eyes, sucks in a breath through her teeth, and quickly murmurs something. When she opens her eyes, her face is once again a mask of cool serenity. She looks at you and begins to speak, this time in Low Gothic. Please excuse me, Elentach. I allowed the turmoil in my soul to win out over my reason. A slip like that could cost me more than you can even imagine. My very soul. I must be more careful, even in the face of treachery. Isn't it the time? Who is Moran? What treachery are you talking about? Moran is one of the responsible for rebellions against the ruler of Genos, but allow me to tell you everything from the beginning. We call ourselves the children of Asurian. Eldar is another name of ours. We are the echoes of the great empire that once ruled the galaxy and created new worlds. The planet that you call Genos is one such maiden world, the Lilidan. A heaven that our ancestors made for their kin. For many millennia, our shadow of our predecessors live among their ruins, until you humans came here. We are the heirs, and we are entirely within our rights to call the maiden world our own. However, our arrival is a tragedy, not a homecoming. Sorrow seeps into Irlet's voice. We belonged to a craftwork, Krodarach, which fell on the borders of this star region. Only the providence of the merciful gods allowed us to escape the fate that befell those whose souls perished amidst the stardust along with our abode. Destroying an Eldar craftwork is a serious achievement. I like to shake the hand whoever did it. His green visage flashing with interest, Pascal carefully clarifies. Which border exactly? You don't need know that, Iron Mon Keeg. I am aware of your looting practices. After the calamity, the Lilitan offered my kin sanctuary, a place of respite in the ruins of ancestors, under the canopy of the forest created by wisdom of our world singers, living alongside your kind, who reap the fruits of our labor with such vulgarity. You came genocide along the rest of the Eldar? No, my path brought me to Lilitan later. Iliad hesitates, by another route. It was Moran who welcomed me here. He was one of the surviving Farseer of Krodarach. He was with a handful of Asuriani who escaped the death and found the path here to the destroyed cradle of our kind. They were outraged when they saw how the Mon Keek have ravaged our flourishing garden. How are you kin connected to the uprising on the planet? The Asuriani do not enter battles they cannot win. However, it is in our power to direct the currents so that the elements themselves wash obstacles and enemies from our path. And so it was in this case. Moran, the Farseer from Krodarach, saw the future without the Mon Keeg, and we followed his lead. We simply used the Mon Keeg's passions against them, their love of freedom and anarchy, their love of domination and violence. Stoking enmity between servants and rulers is easy when your targets are governed by emotion rather than reason. My kin became military advisors to the monkey who rose up against the rule of this world. I had a different mission, to become Vistanon's handler, since the rebels would be unable to get her until both sides were sufficiently weakened. The ruler of the humans had never seen a child of the Asaurian before, and so she accepted the lie about the degenerate branch of monkey dwelling far from their own kind. Why did your own kind attack you? I know not the answer to that question. Iria lowers her head. Many cycles have passed since I departed this forest and my kin. They cannot have forgotten me, can they? Why would a handful of Xenus go to war against a whole planet? You can't kill everyone. You struggle to understand the children of the Asaurian, and I do not blame you for that. We are too different. Iria says nothing for a few moments, choosing her words. Monkey walked blindly into the future. We choose the path guided by our forces. Kudarak was the birthplace of the powerful watchers of things to come. Our leaders were selected from among their ranks, and their word was set in stone, unshakable like the universe itself. Muaran, our leader here, is one of that group. The children of the Asaurian are subject to his will, and he is subject to the will of his visions. Muaran saw the Lilithan in a vision, suffering and crying out to be cleansed, and we did everything we could to rid the maiden world of the monkey. Our lives, our desires, all that is dust compared to the light of the path Muaran has chosen for us. At least that is what my kin believe. I used to believe it too, until recently. Why are you telling me all this? What's brought on this candor? Alantak, your arrival has thrown my past into disarray, and lifted the veil on the truth that had been hidden from me. While I was shadowing the humans' ruler, I failed to see signs that there was another threat looming over Lilithan besides the monkey's deeds. The threat should be familiar to you as it is to the other intelligent species in the galaxy. We call it Seillan Trash, she who serves the goddess of chaos. Seillan Trash and she who serves are the names the Eldar give of the chaos god Slaanesh, their ultimate enemy. Slaanesh is the god of passion, excess, and forbidden pleasures, and is known for the flicker and treacherous nature. I might add, the Eldar created her. So it's not just their enemies, but in a very sick way, it's their children, or rather responsibility. And for that matter, the Eye of Terror as well. The Monkey are weak in spirit. They are susceptible to propositions of she who serves, and in their drive to attain her poised gifts, they perform perverse rituals in her name, rituals that require sacrifices, like the monkey who were brought to the place and never seen again. The Lilithan's world spirit senses the threat and resists as much as it is able. The living things that inhabit this world are become its weapons. Weapons turned against the monkey. Poisonous plants, rabid beasts, these are all like a blade in the Lilithan's hand as she fights the coming of Seillan Trash. The signs that have been revealed to me, they all indicate the presence of corruption on this world. Tendrils of corruption may be threading through the world's spirit, poisoning it even as we speak. But for corruption to take hold on the planet so quickly requires effort. Effort directed by the will of another. Irilet pauses. I believe Vistan Zaviat is in thrall to the will of Slaanesh. What? Vistan Zaviat, the governor who has duly subverted the dynasty and the Imperium for decades. Rakan, I hope you will not stand for such scurrilous slander aimed at one of your finest servants. As lamentable as it may be, the Imperium's history knows many cases where even the most steadfast followers of the Creed would turn away from his light. Governor Viat had to tap into many funds of knowledge to turn Janus into a prosperous agrivore. Perhaps one of those funds became her undoing. Maybe Vistanza is tainted from consorting with the archenemy. We will have to find out for ourselves. Yes, I have a strong suspicion, but well, I be a good Imperial citizen, and I say Irret is still a Xeno, and we cannot trust her word, just her word, not yet. Of course, the servant who died in front of her eye, and what the rebels said is pointing in one direction, but I don't know why her kin want to take her down, and I really don't know that, because this was the point when I finished the previous recording, or I thought I finished the recording, because I didn't record anything. Perhaps the sign I uncovered have failed to convince you. I pray to the gods that other proof, something more comprehensible to you will emerge to sway your opinion. Slones is deceitful and cunning. She subtly penetrates the soul, offering false perfection, luring victims into her web with promises of wicked ideal. The ruler of the monkey perhaps does not even know that her soul has been corrupted. If we want to meet with the leaders of the uprising, we better keep moving. We are collecting weapons.
Always keep your eye on the price.
And some goods. For good measure. And we have some goods there.
None are better at searching.
Come on, everyone, come down. And let's take the sharpshooter's weapon. And these guys. And we have finally the Melta. Oh, that's cool. He had left a grenade. Valkyr there. Yes, we do have some loot left here. Ah, there. And something is in
Keep
the
your
back.
wits about you.
Darkonus was attacked by Xenos, but stood strong. Is this not a sign that the God Emperor protects his faithful?
But what happened in the streets of the hives? Oh, the scarlet blue scars will not soon be erased from the souls of those who lived through this nightmare.
And I really love this game. I just don't understand, and obviously they had to have a budget with voice acting, but I just don't understand why voice these little dialogues and not voicing when, for example, when we talk with Cassia in private. Maybe the reason is that you might not get that conversations. Okay, now we cleared the site and we have multiple ways to go on, and we will do that in the next episode. I hope you like it. If you do, please like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below about anything, well, related to the game, of course, or Warhammer, but I'm happy to chat. But I see you in the next one. Bye!